Um, but we also need, so I start recording. So everybody that's coming in, we need a broomstick, we need a band, and we need a chair, sofa, side of the bed. We can put our elbows on. Okay, and then we're also going to need, Erwin, a foam roller to start. We're only going to do one foam roller movement. We're going to do a little bit more actual movement today. Okay, so usually sometimes we use the foam roller, right? A go-to one is to go on our upper back and we're kind of rolling up and down, right? We're gonna go onto our back, but we're gonna not roll as much, okay? So what I wanna do is, I kind of wanna segment, so we're going, let me turn this a little bit. So we're not all the way up here at the neck or anything, right? We're gonna go right at about the shoulder line. So both my shoulders are on the roller here. Okay, we're gonna start here, and we're just gonna try and relax and fall over that roller. Okay, so we're not moving. All we're doing is we're getting our shoulders in line. We can support our head, and then we're just laying over top of that roller. Okay? Okay. Now I just want you to hang out there for about like 10, 15 seconds. And then all you're gonna do, once you do one segment, you're just gonna scoot up a little bit more. And then we do the same thing, okay? We scoot up a little bit more and we do the same thing. We're gonna stop once we get to about mid back right here, okay? Because we don't wanna go too low on our back where we have those ribs that aren't attached, okay? So don't go past like the midline of your back right here. We don't wanna like come all the way down here and do it, okay? I wanna stay up here relatively on the back and then we just lay over it and try to relax. Take some big deep breaths in there, okay? Okay. Okay, so we'll start up by the shoulder line, get support the head, and we're just laying back. Elbows can flare out to the side or they can stay close. You can switch whether they flare or they stay close, whatever you're feeling, okay? Okay. And our goal is to feel like we're starting to wrap around that roller a bit better. Kind of like we're going into that thoracic extension. Okay, and then we'll slowly scoot down to the next level. Okay. Just a little bit. We're kind of going one vertebrae at a time. Okay, we'll scoot down just a little bit more. Same thing. Okay, and scoot down just a little bit more last time. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're gonna roll back up all the way to the top of our shoulder line. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take our hands out of the equation, okay? So we're gonna come back up to the top of the shoulders. Our arms are gonna extend, and then we're gonna bring them all the way, try and almost touch them to the floor. Whoa. Okay? And we're gonna go a little quicker this time. So we're going at that top part first. We're gonna roll a little bit farther down. We're gonna hold those hands up You start to feel a little stretch in the shoulders or the chest. That's good. Big breaths. Really expand the chest. Go a little lower.
Okay.
One more. Go a little lower.
Okay.
All right, and come on up.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our broomstick and we're gonna get our, I think your sofa is what you're gonna use. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grip this underhand. Okay, the wider this is, the harder it gets. Okay, so right now go maybe about shoulder distance, maybe a little bit in. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our elbows on here. Okay, we're gonna walk our knees relatively close, and then we're gonna sit down and back onto our butt so that this pole goes over our head. Okay, and then we're gonna drop our head in here. So we might have to scoot back a little more or come forward depending on where you're at, just enough for your head to get through this hole. Okay, and we're just right here.
Or just
Taking our chest through and holding. If that feels pretty easy, we're just gonna widen our grip a little bit and do the same thing.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. Then you're going to try and really get your chest pushing towards the ground.
Okay.
There you go. Good, good, good. Hold a bit longer. Five, four, three, two, one, and done.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to come on up.
Okay.
We're going to take this same pole. We're going to put it right in front of us here. We're going to come around and we're going to grab on this side. Okay, so it's right in front. We come behind. We go up. We go thumb on the close side and fingers on the other side. Okay. From here, we're going to kind of shift it to the side here. So now we're holding it like this. Okay, and now we're just going to gently pull this up. Okay, we can come down here. Nice tall chest. And we yep, so you're going to take this arm. It's going to come down here.
Oh.
Yeah, now you pull like you're trying to pull your elbow in. Yep, other way. Other way. Yeah, you're going to pull this arm into your belly.
Oh, I see.
There you go. Nice tall chest. And it's going to be, it doesn't have to be right in front either. It's going to kind of drift out to the side here. And this is a nice gentle stretch. Okay. What I want you to do is try and pull this instead of having it out here. Right. I want you to pull this in here. Maybe choke down on that pole a little bit so your arm is a little more closed. So you get your hand a little closer to your shoulder, and that's going to make it a little hard. So if it's not allowing you, you don't need to go any farther. And then just nice gentle pull. Make sure we're not doing this, right? Make sure our chest is up right here. And then we just rotate out until you get a nice gentle rotation here in the shoulder, and then you can just hold. Okay? The more you start bringing it forward in front of you, the harder that's going to get. There you go. Good. Yep. And just nice and gentle. Let's hold here for about 10 more seconds.
Okay. Wow.
All right. We're slowly release that hand. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so we come around.
How do you? Oh yeah, like this.
Come around, thumbs on the, there you go. And we just take this and we pull this into our belly.
Mhm.
There you go. Good. Then you just get to a nice gentle, so you feel a gentle stretch there in the shoulder. Doesn't
Yeah.
need to be too crazy. And then we just relax. Just start letting that shoulder open up. This one is a little bit more of that rotation in the shoulder, but the more you can set your scapula down and back, bring that chest up, set that scapula, the more you'll be able to pull up here.
Okay.
This is a great stretch for having a good overhead press position. Okay, if
Mhm.
we're doing front squats when we need that elbow up, really good just for shoulder health. We need to be able to come into this external rotation to a certain degree. Two, one, we're gonna slowly release that out. Beautiful. Now we're gonna kind of do the opposite. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our hands, gonna make little blades. We're gonna take the back of our hand and put it on our hips. So we're like this,
Okay.
okay? And all we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate our shoulders in. So now we're kind of rounding the back. And we're just gonna roll forward. The higher you bring your arm and the farther you bring it back, the more this is gonna be a stretch, okay? So this is gonna be less of a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a much bigger stretch because we can drive forward more, okay? So same thing, let's just get a nice gentle stretch going in the shoulder. And this is your time to kind of round the back.
Okay.
We round the back, we drive those elbows forward just so we feel a nice gentle stretch in the shoulder. Nothing more than gentle. We got about 10 more seconds. Just take some big deep breaths. You're just trying to let those elbows fall forward. Good. We're slowly going to come on out.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So now we're going to do one more round of this stretch on the chair. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your time. The shoulders are a little more loose now to get pretty deep in this stretch. And when I say deep in this stretch, it's how far your torso and your head can go through towards the floor. Okay. So this is a kind of shallow stretch. We might be feeling the stretch right here already, right? But the
Mhm.
more we can sink our head through this window
Mm-hmm.
and bring our chest and head to the floor, that's what we're trying to get to. That's the
Thank
more we're trying to get towards that ground is the more we're bringing our shoulder into that flexion and our thoracic spine into that extension. Okay.
Okay.
And so to make that happen, you might need to see what's happening with our low back too, right? We might need to push our butt up to the ceiling a bit more. We might need to sit back and
Right.
almost kind of arch our back a little bit so that we can push down into that. Okay, so if you're having a hard time, make sure we're not rounding our lower back. That's going to make it really hard to push our chest through.
I see.
There we go. Nice. Yep, yep. And that's what you're trying to go towards. Bringing
Mhm.
that chest through. Good job, Irvin.
Mm.
Got 10 more seconds. Just take some big deep breaths. Keep dropping that chest to the floor. Just let gravity do its work. Good. All right. Slowly come on up. You got a little deeper there that time, yeah?
Yeah.
That looked good. That looked good.
Oof.
So these are my go-to. Anytime I was doing like any shoulder or any chest press or shoulder press, or
Oh.
anytime I was working with a barbell,
Uh-huh.
man, or if I had like school a lot that day and I was like in a desk like this, man, these are great stretches and like some mobility stuff. So now we're going to go a little bit more into the strengthening of that motion. Okay.
Okay.
So a good way to do, let's grab our band. A good way to do that one is partially this kind of band pull apart, right? That's a great exercise for building this strength back here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's varying degrees of muscles in all directions, right? This is just one direction. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands, what we're going to do is we're going to go one up and one down.
Okay.
Okay. The palm that's up is going to start traveling up as this other one travels down. Okay. So what we're doing is right here, kind of just like our normal band pull apart. Okay. And then we're just going to go counterclockwise just a little bit. And we're going to do that same pull.
Okay.
Now, counterclockwise a little bit more. We're going to do that same pull. A little bit more. A little bit more until we're almost vertical. Okay. But as I always say, we got to move that scapula. Okay. So we're not just going with the shoulders here. We got to, boom, move the whole shoulder blade like we're trying to pop a cherry between our, yeah, there we go. Nice. Yep. And so you're just starting right here and you're slowly going up little by little all the way through each time. And give me about 2 rounds all the way through on each side, okay?
Right.
There we go. Nice, Rowan. Good, good, good. Nice. And then you're just going to switch hands. So the other hand's going to go palm up. The other hand's going to go palm down. Hit that same thing.
Okay, 2 sets.
Awesome. Okay, so we did a little bit of stretching forward too. Okay, so we did some of the stretching back, right, where we're here, which is usually the main thing most people got to work on, but our scapula moves in both directions. We can always move forward here. Okay, and even though that tends to be the position where we get stuck and want to move away from it, we still need to have strength pulling that scapula forward. Okay, so how we're going to work on that strength is kind of just in a push-up position. You can do this from hands and knees too, but our goal is to just basically round our back, push our spine to the ceiling as much as we can, and hold it. Okay, and so for us to strengthen that, that's when we start going into that push-up position rather than on the hands and knees, because there's more force of gravity that we have to push against, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can start here just until we get a good feeling for it. All right, we're kind of going back and forth. We're trying to push away as far as we can. And then once we get it, we're just going to go on our feet. We're going to push away and hold. Okay?
Oh, okay. Push up and
As
then.
far as you can. As much as you can. Just make sure your shoulders are still under or your hands are still under your shoulders, right? We don't want to do it out here because that'll inherently lift the scapula, which is okay a little bit, but we don't want to put those hands too far forward. There you go. Good. You might feel some stretching of some of the tight back muscles.
Yeah. And then the push up.
Yep. And then when you're ready, you just go on those toes and push away, spine up. So come back down real quick. I want to make sure we're not doing it through our hips, right? So our hips stay low and we push with our arms so our back goes up. So we're coming here rather than with the hips.
Oh, okay. Wow.
There we go. Better. Yep. We tuck that chin, we push up, keep those hips low.
And then hold.
Yep, we're just holding. I already started your time. We got 10 more seconds. And rest. Good.
Oh, okay.
Little different.
Yeah.
But this will really help, especially with your push-up too, because we're coming into this position where we were just working, strengthening here, doing our stretches, and we push away, we're kind of coming into this position where we were just working to strengthen. So we're kind of getting that whole spectrum of when we do a vertical press or even kind of a horizontal press, the more we can bring that through, the better. Okay, so how's the shoulder feeling? Loose, feeling good, feeling mobile?
Yeah. It feels better, yeah. Especially the back.
Feels like it's moving a bit smoother.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, awesome. So might be some go-tos for you if you're ever feeling tight back there. Okay. So let's go through one more of each of those. So let's grab our band. Let's do 2 times through each way, and then we'll do another hold. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, so this time we got a 30-second hold on this push position. Okay, I want you to do it sideways for me so I could see the sideways position.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So, you can see now? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
The dog move first, right?
There you go. Yep. Yep, and you're just finding that position until you're ready to go up on your feet. Once you go on your feet, we'll start the clock.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. So I want you to lower your hips to the level of your shoulders. There we go. Now push away as hard as you can. And bring that, yep, hips just a little lower. There we go. Because the more you lower the hips, the more it's going to happen at the top, at the more superior, at the top part of your spine.
Oh.
And that's where your scapula is. So we're trying to separate that scapula. Good, 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 good. 10 more seconds.
Wow.
3, 2, 1, and come on down.
Oh boy.
Good. Feel a little different that time?
Yeah.
So when those hips start to rise and we're here,
Uh-huh.
even though we're pushing away, my scapula can still kind of be close, right? But as soon as we drop here and push away, now all that force is pulling my scapula apart, right? If I'm here with my hips high and I push away, it's not pulling it apart. It's just kind of pulling it up a little bit. It's still pulling it apart a little bit, but not as much as if we're fully pushing through the ground when our hips are low. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that one, and it'll take some time to heal, especially if you're tight up there, but that second one looked better.
Oh yeah, I feel it. It stretch more.
Yeah.
Difficult to hold.
Those top neck and back muscles start feeling it a bit more.
Uh-huh.
Good. All right, everyone. Well, that's all I have for you today. We'll have a big workout for tomorrow, so I'll upload it for you. Are you gonna be at church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow, yeah.
So I'll upload it for you whenever you're ready.
I'll come back afterwards.
Okay, everyone.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you next week, or you'll see me tomorrow, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Take care.
Have a good weekend, man. Yeah.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.